Hello and welcome back to my channel. It's Angel, and today I am going to be doing a video on plus size clothing in Japan. Yay! Nobody asked, but I'm going to give you information anyway. So if you're interested in knowing some places to shop for plus size clothes in Japan, or if you want some tips on how to find plus size clothes in Japan, then okay, if my face is a little oily, it is what it is. We're going on hour 9 on my makeup for today. But anyway, so just recently, like 2 days ago, I did a blog post on my blog. I'll put a link about where to find plus size clothes in Japan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through the main points of that post, and if you'd like more information, or if you would like to see like examples of clothing that I've bought from the shops that I mentioned, then let me know down in the comments and I'll do a separate video of just like trying on clothes or showing you the clothes from different Japanese shops. But for now, information. Okay, so to start off, I have 3 tips that you need to know before you start shopping for clothes in Japan, and on where to find plus size clothes in Japan. So for tip number 1 is to take your measurements. I don't care if you're shopping in Japan, if you're shopping in the US, you shop from the UK, wherever you shop, please do not shop by the actual number. Shop by your measurements. This is going to help you get the most accurate idea of whether something is going to fit or not, especially if you're shopping online, or if you shop, like if you visit a website and you have your measurements and you can kind of get a feel for what size the clothes are, and then you go to the store, it might make it a little faster. Or you can just go to the store and chill out, I don't know, whatever. But take your measurements, use your measurements. This is especially helpful when you come across clothes in Asia that have the free size, and usually it'll tell you like from what centimeter up until what centimeter it goes, and sometimes you might not think you can get into like a free size or even like other sizes like a large, and if the band is stretchy or the clothing is loose, if you check your measurements, there's a chance that you could still wear it. So measurements, very important. Number 1, this is like the most important thing. I always use my measurements. I took my measurements, and I keep them in a little notebook, and I refer to them every time I shop online because, listen, I can't be bothered. Tip number 2 is more about where to find your plus size clothes. So tip number 2 is search La Farfa magazine. La Farfa magazine is probably the biggest, if not the only, magazine that's geared towards plus size women in Japan. It releases about like it's bi-monthly, once every 2 months or so, but there's a variety of styles on different body types and at different weights. So you do have some people who might not be considered plus size in the US but are considered plus size like in Japan. Like you maybe from like an XL, and I think they go, sometimes you can see models up to like a 10L or whatever. So it's very good for variety. And what I like about the magazine is, even if I'm not particularly interested in the trends or like some of the clothing that they happen to show, because it's in the magazine, it lists the brands of the clothing. So even if you don't like that particular piece, you can look up the brand and you can go online and you can see other clothing that they have. So that's a very, very good resource. My 3rd tip on where to look is Instagram. So like I use Instagram when I travel to different cities or like famous places, and I will use it to find like delicious food in the area because people like to post pictures on Instagram. So you can do the same thing with fashion. So people will post like their outfits, and most times when they post their outfits, they'll post like what brand it is. Especially a lot of the plus sized people. They're called pochari. So if you look for like, if you go under some hashtags and search, you can find a lot of stuff. Okay, since I mentioned Instagram, I'm going to just give you a few people as well as a few hashtags that you can follow for, information on styling or where to get plus size clothes. So, number one, and I'll also put a link to these down in the bottom because, sharing is caring. I'm going to share my knowledge. So, I like, what is this girl? Hina SK55. I really like her style. It's very like, it's casual, but you can kind of wear it to work too. What is it? Business casual? It's not business casual. Casual? Office casual? Whatever. Anyway, Hina SK55. She has really detailed posts. Like her posts will tell you everything where she bought it. And I also love that like she updates her stories every day, and she has a blog as well where she'll pick out like her favorite piece or something, and like she'll do an up close of like the fabric of it and then like explain why it's good for like somebody who might have a little bit more weight on them. And I think that's like super helpful. Another big person that you can follow is actually one, I'm looking at the computer, is actually one of the models in the La Farfa magazine, and she is Pochami1219. That's the person I followed first, actually. I followed her, and I was like, oh, she posts all her clothes and like where she gets them. Awesome. I'm gonna check these shops out. Yay. And then after a while, I started looking at her hashtags, and I'm like, oh wow, look at her hashtags. Now I can find other people who also post clothes and tell me where to get them, and now I can find more stuff. And oh my god, my wallet is dead. So I suggest her as well. Like right now, she just started using like different hashtags that's like just hers, but before she was like really really hashtag friendly, and but she's like really big. She's actually like one of the models. Like, she's a very popular model, so you'll see her in La Farfa, you'll see her modeling on some of these plus size websites. Like she's huge. So as for hashtags, you can check out Pochari Fashion, Pochari Kode, Pochari Joshi, Plus Size, and Lafa Kode. I'll put them all in a box somewhere, but Pochari Fashion is a really good one. It's all in katakana. Well, katakana and hiragana, but you know. Anyway, you're looking for pochari. If it says pochari, you're in the right spot. Okay? Now, let's get on to the good stuff. Some brands. And I'm going to be honest, like my blog post is much more detailed than this in the sense that there's like images to these shops and price ranges, some price ranges, what size they go up to, oh, I'll say that, and links. I was putting in that work when I was writing that blog post. Hint, hint, go read it, please. It's not that great. But anyway, so some brands where you can find plus size clothes. Number one is Uniqlo. Love Uniqlo. Uniqlo goes up to a size XXXL. And like sometimes their pants and their dresses won't go up to XXXL. It might just go up to XXL, but you know, if the band is stretchy, XXL will still get, you know, it'll do what you need it to do. Shirts go up to 3XL. And oh, this is a Uniqlo shirt. I like Uniqlo. It's good for if you want to like stock up on your basics, on the cheap, and they have sales all the time. So Uniqlo is a good source. They have a sister brand, or I don't know if it's a sister brand, but it's like a brand that's under the same umbrella, which is GU. Um, GU goes up to an XXL, but if you look at the measurements, the XXL is about the size of a US large. So I don't know if that's helpful for you, but that's considered like an okay size for them. A large. What am I gonna do with a large? I can barely fit a boob in a large anymore. Next is Reed J. So Reed J carries clothes from LL up to 4L, and they're moderately priced. Like if you go to buy something from them, it's going to range from about 3,500 yen and up is what I would say. Maybe 2,500, but mostly like in the 3,000 range and up. And they have a lot of casual clothing, but also a lot of like dressy clothes as well. I bought a really nice trench coat from them. It was like I got it on sale for like 6,400 yen. It's really cute. Navy blue. I was joining the trench family because you know it's popular during like the end of March in Japan. um, Next is Alinoma. Alinoma. They carry up to a 10L, and the thing with Alinoma, and there's another store that's kind of like the same thing, but not every style of clothing will go up to a 10L or into that plus size range. So when you are on their website, you're going to have to filter so that you can find the size that you need. But they do have like a wide variety of clothing, and they go from about 1,400 yen and up. It just so happens that every single skirt that I like on Alinoma is over $100, but they have other things that are less expensive and still cute. Next is Noanu. Noanu? Noanu. Whatever. Noanu. So this store, besides having a slightly difficult name for me to say, they go from a size LL to a 4L, and you can actually find this store in not most, but some eons. If you go to their website, it'll list what eon, like which locations actually carries this brand. They sell, their clothing goes from about 1,500 yen or so and upwards, but if you're shopping online with them, sometimes you can find some stuff for like 500 yen and it'd be cute. But they have pretty much, they also have a wide range of clothing. I wouldn't say like underwear or anything, but they definitely do have like a couple of things that can go, whether it's like for casual or for dressy. But I do find that some of their clothing, like the shirts, are like really wide. I don't know. Like if it's your style, like it's your style, but you know, I feel like you have to look. I like their skirts though. Next is Nissen. Nissen carries a wide range of clothing. They go up to 10L, but like, what was that story we were just talking about? Alinoma. they don't always carry every style in plus size, so you have to check. Nissen also has shoes, and their shoes can sometimes go up to a 27, which is pretty big. I think I'm going to do a separate video on shoes because I wear a size 26, 26 and a half in Japanese shoes. I'm a 9.5 to 10 in American shoes. Like if a 9.5 doesn't fit, I have to size up rather than size down. So I know a couple of places to get shoes in Japan. If you want to know more about that, then let me know. But yeah, back to this. Nissen, wide variety, affordable. They have underwear and everything. Good to check out. Next is Belluna and Diu. This is also another place that has a physical shop. So I have am I tired? Am I talking too much? I feel like my voice is just getting croaky. Anyway, Diu, Belluna. They also have a physical shop. So if you have a mall that has them in there, you can go to the store and just, try on stuff until your heart's content, knock yourself out. If not, you can shop with them online, and they go from like regular sizes all the way up to a 6L. Up to a 6L. L. Stop it. L. Whatever. Prices go from about 1,000 yen, and they go up. Next is Collette. Collette is gotta stop doing that. My nose is like itching, like right here. I just want to Anyway, Collette is a brand that I just recently found not too long ago through an Instagrammer, and I bought some shirts from them that I really like. They go from an LL up to a 4L, and the average price of clothing there is going to run you about 3,000 yen and up. I haven't really seen much below that unless it's like on sale. Yeah, so expect to spend around that range. And they also have casual clothes as well as like more dressy clothing for your wearing pleasure. And then, I have so many. We have a Happy Marilyn, which I like a Happy Marilyn. They are I believe just an online brand. They carry an LL up to a 10L, and the stuff that I have from them, the fabric makes me feel like it's a little bit more casual, but it can be dressed up. Things that you buy from there are going to start around 1,200 yen and go up. Actually, I'm wearing some wide pants from them today. Do you want to see them? I'll show it to you. These pants, they have like a little bow, and they are wide pants from a Happy Marilyn. And they're very, if you can see, they're very stretchy. Super, super stretchy. The waistband, I know my camera, I wasn't ready. The waistband also is very, very stretchy for a Happy Marilyn. These wide pants, they cut off at the ankle, so they're kind of like capris almost. They're kind of cute. Like if you see the whole outfit, it's it's cute. Just like what we did right now was kind of weird, but I was excited to show you. Anyway, my last place to tell you to look. Whew, thank goodness, because I am tired. I need some water. I'm just talking. Actually, hold on. Sorry, I only have a plastic bottle. Whew. Okay. So, the last place that I can tell you to look is Rakuten. Rakuten has so many brands, so many shops that you can find anything on Rakuten. Like my Shikuwasa ice cream, I found it on Rakuten. My suggestion would be to one, search by your size, and two, when you find something that you like, just read the reviews before you buy it, unless it is. Just read the reviews before you buy it. I do that for everything. If you can read Japanese, read those reviews. Sometimes they're pretty helpful. Another good thing about Rakuten is that a lot of the places that I mentioned, you can buy them. They have Rakuten stores, so you can buy them through Rakuten, and you can get like points or whatever, which can give you a couple of dollars off every once in a while. And another good thing about that is that sometimes the stores will sell through Rakuten, and you can have it shipped overseas. So, if you're interested in that, that's another thing. And, oh wow, that's the end of my list. Alright, so I guess I'm going to just like end this video here. But definitely, if you have any questions, or if you want to see any like plus size clothing, or just like the fabrics or something, I don't know. If you want to see something, let me know in the comments. I'll respond, and I'll get on that for you. If you like this video and you found it helpful, then you can go ahead and subscribe. It would be awesome that we can be friends. I like friends. You like friends. Let's be friends. So, just like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.